The new normal. The new normal, Eric Feinendegen.
Have you ever had to learn something new? New normal, if you will. Not too long ago, I had to learn a new normal. I had to learn how to juggle. First, it was just one ball. Let's call this one ball me. But then I got married, and things doubled. Now, I had to juggle 2 balls. Let's call these balls we. And then a child came along, and now I had to juggle 3, a family. And then I became our club BPE. In juggling that, well, not so easy. Master Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, not our guests. For many of us, life is like a juggling act. We're trying to juggle and balance the successes and failures of our past with the commitments and obligations of the present, with our hopes and dreams of the future. Or in other words, we're just plain busy. And we might be able to manage this for a while, but eventually, we're going to drop the ball. And as we reach down to pick up the balls, sometimes we can lose our balance. And our juggling acts can turn into drama. So the question is, how do we find our balance? Now, to get an answer to this deep and philosophical question, I decided to turn to a higher power. This is a power that is much bigger than my own, and I know will always be there for me. This power, of course, are my 300 friends on Facebook. As you can imagine, I didn't get the answer I was looking for. But I definitely needed one. Because not too long ago, I fell out of balance. It was 1:45 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon. I was sitting in my office when I received a phone call from a very good friend and mentor of mine named Gail. She said, "Eric, I need a favor. I have to do a training for a very important client of mine, but I'm double booked. Could you fill in for me?" I said, "You know what, Gail, I'd love to, but I think I'm busy." She said, "Well, that's too bad because they're willing to pay $1,500 for 3 hours of work." Like I said, Gail, I'm wide open. When do you need me? And I took the job. I spent the next 3 months preparing. This could make or break my career. So I walked into that training, full of knowledge, ready to serve. And I walked out, having dropped the ball. In fact, the reviews were so bad that I got better feedback on my icebreaker speech. It threw me way out of balance. But not because I had failed, but imagine how I felt, knowing that I let down a friend who had trusted me. Desperate to regain my balance, I decided to meet with a business coach named Dan. And he said, "Eric, balance begins in your mind." He said, "Think of it like a scale. You need to offset the experiences of your past with the opportunities for more in the future. Or in other words, you need to let go to grow." Now, that actually didn't make me feel any better. Because, raise your hand if you've ever had to let go of something before. It can be scary, right? Because when we let go, we lose control. But he went on to say that we need to get rid of the junk and debris that builds up in our minds. It keeps us down and weighs us up, keeps us out of balance. We need to get rid of the what-ifs, the doubts, the failure mentality to create room for future success. This, he said, must be your new normal. So the question I'd like you to consider this afternoon is, are you out of balance? Is there something that you need to let go of? Could there be something in your past that's not allowing you to fully live in the present? Reminds me of the story of a young girl who was born into poverty in the Deep South. Despite her meager surroundings and the fact that she was abused and members of her family, she made a decision that one day she was going to make a difference. So she enrolled in university and made a commitment that she would positively impact the lives of others. She fulfilled that commitment so much that today she's known by one name, Oprah. She has admitted in her autobiography that because she was willing to let go of the negative experiences of her childhood, she was able to find the balance in her life and create her new normal. She has been quoted as saying, "We become what we dwell on." So again, I ask you, is there something that you need to let go of? You know, it takes me back to my own journey. In the past that I took in pursuit of my own dreams, I remember the first road I went down. I wanted to play professional basketball in the NBA. Oh, it's okay to laugh. Is it 5 feet 8 inches tall? Okay, fine, 5 feet 6 3/4, but just keep track. I had many obstacles, and that goal of mine became dream roadkill. Not wanting to give up, I started another journey. I wanted to be CFO of a Fortune 500 company. So as I went along that journey, I had some success. But you know what? Other people wanted to be CFO too. I hit more obstacles. And that aspiration became more dream roadkill. So like most people, I picked up my broken dreams and I carried it with me. It wasn't until I heard those encouraging words from Dan that I was willing to let go of those broken dreams, regain my balance, and open myself up to new ones, thus creating my new normal. So I'd like to leave you with this. If your life becomes a juggling act, just please remember that sometimes you need to let go to find your balance. You know what's interesting? If you juggle the letters in balance, you take a C, an A, and an N, and an A, a B, an L, and an E, you'll notice that you can, and you're able to create your new normal. Master Toastmaster.
Thank you, Eric. If you would give 1 minute of silence, please, for the judges.